It's one of the most widely used teaching tools at school districts across the country, from New York to Miami, Chicago, and Los Angeles.
Great job!
iReady is an edtech software program that promises to accelerate student growth. But a growing number of parents are pushing back.
It's basically the TikTokification of education. It is simplistic, short form, brain rot.
Listen to school board meetings, and it's a common hot topic.
In terms of iReady, I have yet to hear a positive comment from the impact of iReady.
Critics say little is known about whether the tech really works. It requires kids to spend more time on screens and has become so ubiquitous it's now used by a third of all K-12 public school districts nationwide.
For fully a third of a generation, it is the status quo.
iReady, which is produced by private equity-backed company Curriculum Associates, says it helps teachers spot students who are falling behind before they take state standardized tests, which can impact school funding, and that the program offers personalized reading and math questions tailored to students based on their responses.
They're not mindlessly scrolling on socials and things of that nature. They are literally learning something.
Curriculum Associates Chief Impact Officer Ty Holmes also says it's an important resource for teachers who are already stretched to the limit.
They've got to have tools to support them with the diverse needs that show up in a classroom. That's what iReady is for.
Slide point D 2 units down.
The program is a mix of math and reading.
You click it.
And also offers supplemental games like this one where students decorate cupcakes.
And now time to meticulously click all the sprinkles on.
John Allen Wooden has a son finishing 8th grade in the LA Unified School District, where most students are required to do up to 90 minutes a week on the program. He's now one of iReady's most vocal critics.
A few of his friends came over, and I asked the whole group, what do you guys think of iReady? I was met with this chorus of furious boos.
And they're not alone. NBC News has spoken to more than 30 parents, educators, students, and administrators nationwide about their issues with the program. Teachers describe an array of concerns, including that they can't go back and see students' individual work behind their screens.
Here's a lesson I did not pass, 25%. I can't go back and review it.
And also that it cuts into valuable lesson time.
I skip fun stuff. We do fewer examples. They get less practice.
Altair Main teaches high school in North Hollywood, part of LA Unified. He says he loses students for more than a week every year during iReady testing.
What would you say to those who say, well, the district needs some kind of way to know where students land and they need some kind of standardized test?
I absolutely agree with that. I think the problem is a matter of degree and a matter of incentives. I don't think there's any value to something that takes up 6 days of instructional time.
So what is the evidence that you have that this program, that iReady, is really working?
The evidence base is large. We're talking quasi-experimental studies, longitudinal studies, third-party research. Our students show stronger reading and math outcomes.
But critics say those studies are limited in scope and some are not peer-reviewed, not to mention the distraction of being on a device.
You're always one swipe away from an infinite scroll of other more entertaining things.
Dustin Reich is an associate professor at MIT who studies edtech programs.
Why do you think iReady has become so ubiquitous at school districts across the country?
Boy, that's a mystery to me, because when I glance at it, it doesn't strike me as a particularly compelling use of technology or use of students' time.
The revolt against iReady is part of a growing parent-led movement to get kids off screens and back to pen and paper learning. Just last month, LA Unified voted to restrict screen time for students and to audit the $20 million 5-year contract with iReady. But the district tells NBC News iReady is part of an approach that's resulted in meaningful academic progress, adding test scores are up, overall classroom screen time remains low, with iReady's contract costing less than $10 per student per year. Some other school districts across the country also praising iReady.
This program comes at it from what do you need to know in order to solve this problem and how does it work?
Meanwhile, back in LA, John Allen Wooden opted his son out of iReady entirely.
How has it been since opting out of iReady for you?
Very freeing.
A battle over the future of learning playing out in classrooms right now. Liz Kreutz, NBC News.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.